To Crash Class Chemistry. I'm your host, Aman Ahmed, and beside me is...
Host Gershon, the real host.
Real host? Huh, that's a lie.
No, it's not.
Right, it's a lie.
We're talking about nuclear reactors, so let's get started.
Alright, fine.
Okay.
Wait, let me get some water real quick.
Oh my god, hurry up!
Alright, I'm back.
Took a while. So,
My bad. So have we started segment 1 yet?
what even is segment 1?
It's describe nuclear reactors and how they work, bro.
Well,
Come
you can do
on.
it. I have to go to the washroom.
What? No, where are you going? So now that guy is gone and the real host is here, I'm gonna be telling you guys in Crash Class how nuclear reactors work and what they are. Because nuclear reactors are hella underrated. Alright, so first of all, nuclear reactors are used to initiate and control nuclear chain reactions. What this means is to make nuclear energy, those nuclear reactors have to be there. Because inside them undergoes nuclear fission, which I will get to later. Before its present name, the nuclear reactor was formerly named the atomic pile. Wow, atomic pile. Nuclear reactors are used in nuclear power plants, for electricity generators, and for propulsion ships. So ships use nuclear energy to propel themselves. Like, what? Didn't you always think it was turbines? The chemistry of the ship propulsion is that the heat from the nuclear fission, this is what I was talking about before, passes to a working fluid like water or gas that you see in a car, and then travels to steam turbines, and this can also be used for turning electricity generators. So the way we get our electricity is the exact way a ship propels itself. Now let me get into more about what nuclear fission is. Nuclear fission is basically a process in which a large nucleus splits into two smaller nuclei with the release of energy. So basically like a huge explosion. Anyways, in other words, fission is a process in which a nucleus is divided into two or more fragments of the nucleus, and neutrons and energy are released. Okay, now getting back to nuclear reactors, how they work and all that. I know I got sidetracked a little. Alright, so basically, some reactors can even be used to produce medical or industrial isotopes, meaning they can be used to produce medical cures, or even weapon-grade plutonium. Nuclear energy is dangerous, guys! Anyways, nuclear reactors convert nuclear fission to thermal energy. This is basically just heat-based energy. Nuclear energy is not that special, but it's really interesting. In addition, even more mechanical and technical refining goes into the making of the nuclear reactors. When a large fissile atomic nucleus, so this is basically the power source of which nuclear energy gets heat off of, so plutonium, uranium, etc. The modern fissile atomic nucleus is uranium. So basically what the reactor does, it takes that in and reacts with a neutron, and then that is what makes it go through nuclear fission. Once the heavy nucleus splits into two tighter nuclei, that releases kinetic energy. And that releases kinetic energy, gamma radiation, and even more free neutrons. And then those free neutrons react with other neutrons to gain even bigger, and then go through the same process again. This is the nuclear chain reaction. Nuclear reactors can also control and shut down the chain fission, which is why nuclear reactors can also control and shut down this chain fission. Because if this chain fission gets out of control, man, oh man, things like Chernobyl will happen again. That's why safety is always of concern on nuclear power plants. Experimental reactors use beryllium, and most of the reactors use heavy water. Is Gershon back yet? Holy.
I'm back.
Good.
That was long. I'm better now. So
When did you take an atomic pile? Dun-dun-dun.
So freaking bad.
Watch your language, bro. It's Crash Class. PG-13. Don't demonetize the video, YouTube.
Oh my god.
back, bro.
Yes. The line is really long, so.
The line? What?
Yeah.
What line? You didn't go to a public washroom?
Well, but still, it's our school, right? I mean, right? People have to go to the washroom, right?
Whatever, just start the second segment.
Okay, well, the second segment is how nuclear reactors benefit humans.
Now here's a fun transition slide that I came up with.
Oh my god. You're so
Alright.
cringy. Ow.
We'll be right back.
Oh, okay, I'll stop. Okay, you're not cringe anymore, okay? God damn, okay. Someone's on the camera, bro.
What? Yo, get back here! Get back here! Get back here! We're back, guys. We got our camera back.
The dude runs fast.
Anyways, here's that fun transition slide taking us to segment 2 that you may or may not have missed before I kicked the living shiznickles out of Gershon.
Okay, let's not talk about that.
Here it is. Alright, now we're back.
Okay, how nuclear reactors benefit humans. Nuclear technology benefits humans because the only safest harness nuclear energy is through stop nuclear reactors, and since nuclear energy is renewable, it's a great help to our society air pollution problem. Without these reactors, there would be no nuclear energy to harness. So we humans would actually be the great people who designed these reactors. Well,
You mean we humans should be thanking the great people who designed these reactors?
yeah.
Bro, do you even English, bro?
No, okay. Help me on segment 3.
Alright, how will technology combat climate change or other global issues? We'll let you enjoy this quick transition slide. And we're back. Alright, so this technology can combat climate change because, again, the actual technology of reactors is what allows nuclear energy to be harnessed.
That's really
So
cool.
the real question would be, how would nuclear energy combat climate change? Fact, because nuclear reactors, all they do is harness nuclear energy. So the real question would be how nuclear energy would combat climate change. But if you're only here looking for how nuclear reactors combat climate change, then the answer is simply they harness nuclear energy. But to go more in depth, well, here we go. Nuclear energy is a non-renewable source of energy, which is correct. However, nuclear energy is a type of energy that does not let out air pollution. So it doesn't pollute the air around it. It doesn't cause any greenhouse gases for global warming. Unlike fossil fuels, greenhouse gases, or factories. Factories are the worst. With clean nuclear energy, we can combat what's happening in our world right now using uranium. It's somewhere here on this periodic table behind me. Alright? It's somewhere. Anyways, we can reduce air pollution using nuclear energy. Imagine if our whole world was run on nuclear energy. That'd be pretty dangerous, but it'd also be very climate change combative.
I can't find uranium. Sorry. Welcome back to Crash Course.
Class chemistry.
Okay, fine. Whatever. Well, we have to have this transition. What are you doing?
Nothing.
Okay. How are nuclear reactors better than technology we currently use? Nuclear reactors are much better than any other type of technology that can contain nuclear energy. This is because they are the only technology that can hold nuclear energy, and nuclear reactors are designed to move forward and are still growing even now. We have amazing, astonishing reactors that are even safer than ever. There are some incidents like the Chernobyl incident. However, this is another reason why Oman is acting really weird, and another reason why our modern reactors are much more efficient and better than the previous ones. The These reactors prevent incidents like them from never happening again. Well, Aman, if we're gonna act weird, you should say the next segment.
No, we can't bring out him.
Oh, true. We can't bring out John. We're back.
Oh, Gershon, go without me. Stop, John.
Okay, fine. I will.
Now that those two goofs are out of here, I'm gonna be telling you kids what the real ethical dilemmas are about nuclear reactors. Ethical. It's a big word, kids. Basic. Oh, that's a Q. Oh no. Anyways, the first.
Do you even know how to spell?
The first and foremost ethical dilemma is safety. Thing with nuclear reactors, they tend to kaboom, if you know what I'm saying. That's exactly what happened in Chernobyl. This was a glorious city. Booming. Glorious. City equals glorious. You know, it was skyscrapers, windows, lights, CN towers, everywhere. People walking down the street. And right beside it, there's a nuclear reactor. No big deal, supplying power to the city, lighting up lights, etc., etc. One day, however, this became this. Malfunction! That is not as fun as it sounds. The malfunction blew the reactor into tiny pieces. Malfunction blew the reactor up, and then the nuclear waste, well, guess where it went? Into the booming city of Chernobyl. And that city became this city. Nothing on the streets, buildings dead, everything. The Chernobyl incident completely destroyed the city. From then on, everyone has had ethical dilemmas about nuclear reactors because of that. But that was a long time ago. Because now, this has become into this with safety checks. Safety checks. Precautions, etc. Safety measures have been taken. Nuclear reactors are safer than ever. However, there's always that chance that one reactor will malfunction, will explode, and that is a disaster. It should never happen. However, we shouldn't give up on nuclear reactors so easily. Nuclear reactors are the future. That's okay, so now that we've covered safety, another ethical dilemma is the nuclear waste that is produced by the nuclear reactor. So safety is a big one. Another big one is waste. Waste. Garbage. Gershon and Aman's YouTube channel. This is a big one right here. This explains the whole waste thing. Anyways, waste is a big ethical dilemma because waste is bad enough. Pollution, water pollution, etc. But radioactive waste, that's on a whole new level. That will destroy anything. Some new green grass, you know, some nice grass, some nice trees, you know. Once that waste rolls in, it's over. all this becomes into this. A bunch of nothings. Do you understand anything from that? No. That's what waste does to the area. Animals die. Habitats die. That is one of the biggest ethical dilemmas in the world, next to safety, about nuclear reactors. Now, mostly that's basically all of the ethical dilemmas. So, you know what? Maybe I'll hand it back to Gershon and Aman for now. Okay, now that before John rudely interrupted us, and Gershon didn't stop him at all.
I tried.
Let him take our segment.
He kicked me.
I guess that's the end of Crash Class Chemistry, guys.
Well, bye.
Tune in next time for
They're not tuning in.
waste of a YouTube channel.
They're not tuning in. Why do you get emotional all the time? I'm gonna end it.